Okay, I played rook e to b8. Next, rook f to d1, rook b4, because I wanted to double my rooks on the b file and mount pressure on the pawn on b3. Bishop f4, f6. Okay, this was a prophylactic move because I guessed that his idea was to push the pawn on e4 to e5 so as to open up the d file and then mount pressure and create various threats on my king as well as queen. Okay, he brought his rook to a1 so as to lift it to a3. I doubled my rooks. He's protecting the pawn on b3 using his queen and the two rooks. Okay, I brought my king to f7, and this was because I wanted to open up the king side now and bring my rook on the g file. Played queen to c2, h5, h4, rook to g8, bishop to d2, rook b to b8, queen to c1. And now I decided to protect my a5 pawn using my rook because my pieces were about to move. My queen or other pieces may move and there should be some piece defending it. Rook to a2, queen to b7. Okay, I played queen to b7 because the king side was about to open, and once the king side gets opened, my idea was to exchange his f3 pawn, and when the f3 pawn falls, the pawn on e4 becomes weak, so I can capture it using my bishop, create various threats. So queen to b8, b7 was catering to that. Okay, queen e1. So now he's double attacking my pawn on a5. I protect it. Queen to a6. He played king to h2. Now I decided to open up the king side. I pushed my pawn to g5. He captured. I captured back. And pawn to e5. Now he wants to open up the d file. I brought my bishop back to b7. This was to guard my pawn on the d6 because my queen will be protecting this pawn as it is getting threatened by two pieces. Okay, instead of capturing the pawn, I decided to push it further. e6 check, brought my king to e8, bishop to e3. Okay, this was a very good idea of his because in case I move my king to if I move my king to d8, then my pawn on d6 is pinned using the rook, so he can come and capture the pawn on the c5 square. So he can capture the pawn on c5 because my d6 pawn is pinned to my king in case I move my king to d8. Okay, I saw that and I played queen to b6 so as to guard this pawn. Played queen to d2 to mount pressure on the d file as and when it opens. Decided to further open things up. Played g4, f takes g4, rook takes g4, and instead of capturing it using my h pawn, I captured it with my rook, so as to completely open his king, expose his king. Played pawn to g3. I played h4 to open things up further. He guards it with bishop to f4. I played queen to c6, threatening checkmate by playing queen to h1. He saw that. He brings his rook to a1 to guard against that checkmate. I take the pawn. H takes g3 check. Bishop takes g3. And now I played my king to d8. At this point he made the losing blunder. He played bishop takes d6. Okay, I can explain the idea behind this move. Can you see it? Yes. In case I take his bishop using my e pawn, then he can capture that pawn using his rook, and he'll be forking my queen and king. A variation that may go could be like this: e takes d6, rook takes d6, king to e7, and now can you see he cannot capture my queen? Can you see it? Why? Let's say if he captures my queen, rook takes c6, then what should I play? Think about it. Pause the video for some time and think about it. What should I play? Okay, I'll go ahead. I'll play rook to h8, checkmate. So that is the reason my queen is immune to being captured. Okay, let's go back to the original thing. He played bishop takes d6. Okay, now I played rook to g2, check. This forks his king and queen, and now he is going to lose his queen, but he makes another blunder. Instead of protecting his king by playing it to either h3 or h1, he plays instead of h1, h3 was safer square. Instead of playing it to h3, he captures my rook using his queen, and this is the final blow. Queen takes g2, checkmate. Okay, this is how he gets checkmated. So you can see that this game was more of a positional game, a slow strategic game instead of a tactical game. There were tactics which opened up only towards the later part of the game. Okay, thanks a lot for watching. We'll come up with another video some other time. Thank you.